Hi, this is Mrs. Knopf, and today we are going to continue in our method book on the alto saxophone with line 21, Norwegian folk song. So we're going to go through and check out our notes and patterns and compare the two lines. So at the beginning, as always, we have our treble clef, and then we have our key signature. We have one sharp. It is an F sharp on the top line, and that tells us that any F we would come across would be played as an F sharp. But since we don't have any F sharps, we can also use the key signature to tell us the key that we are in, and we are in the key of G. So one sharp in the key signature is the key of G. We start on a G and we end on a G. Then we have our time signature. We are in 4/4 time. The top number tells us how many beats are in each measure. The bottom number is the value of the whole note. And when we don't have a whole note, we can still use this information to figure out the value of the other notes and rests. So if we had a whole note, it would get 4 beats. Half of a whole is a half, and half of 4 is 2. So our half notes get 2 beats each. And half of a half is a quarter, half of 2 is 1, so the quarter notes get 1 beat each. So now let's go through and see what patterns we have. And if you are noticing, each measure from the first line to the next line, they are identical for the most part. So measure 1, we start on the second line, G. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Then we have a quarter note A, just lift one finger, then a quarter note B, and then back to our quarter note G. That pattern repeats itself in the second measure. G, A, B, G. So we do that twice. And then in measure 3, we have a half note C on the third space, so that's just the middle finger. And then we have a half note B on the third line, and that is just the first finger. Now that is the same in the second line. So measures 1, 2, and 3 in the first line are the same as measures 5, 6, and 7 from the second line. Measure 4, we have 3 quarter note A's on the second space and then a quarter rest. That's different from measure 8, where we have 1 quarter note A, we go up to a quarter note B, and then end on a quarter note G, then a quarter rest. So I have my metronome set to 80 beats per minute. I'm going to play through this. I hope you can play along, but if you're not ready, just listen and then go back and watch this again and play along the next time. But start each note with a T sound with your tongue, tip of the tongue, tip of the reed. And that'll help for a clean start to each note. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. And that is it for line 21 Norwegian folk song on the alto sax. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time.